Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. You're most definitely watching a 3T TV, which is Thika's #1 online news channel, where as always, we are telling the Thika story as it is. My name is Juliet Modhoni, and today we are coming to you from landless Happy Valley here in Thika, and we are at Carta Oakhill School. And the reason why we are here today is because they have their 5th graduation ceremony. They have their PP2 learners who will be graduating today, and the theme for today is soaring to greater heights. So let us go and find out what they have in store for us.
feeding, toileting, writing and reading. We are thankful. I wish to express my appreciation to all my teachers, friends and family members who helped to get where we are. Now that we passed this stage, it is time for us to move on to the bigger school. We assure our parents that we will be better in the next stage. For all the blessings, I, along with my entire class, sincerely say, Shukran.
Mimi naitwa Bwana Mushiri na nitawasalimia tena. Hamjambo nyote? Marahaba, mimi ni mzima. Na kama ilivyo kawaida, tukifunga shule tunawapelekea ama tunawapatia wasomi hawa ambao wamepiga hatua kubwa kimasomo. Nimeona Jason nilitarajia asome, lakini badala ya kusoma yeye anakariri moja kwa moja kutoka akilini. Hiyo ni hatua kubwa ambayo imepigwa katika masomo. Hivyo basi waendapo nyumbani, hasa wiki hizi 7, tafadhali tuweke kiwango hicho hicho ambacho walipo cha kimasomo. Kwa hivyo tukiwapa wanafunzi, tukiwapa watoto, tunawatarajia wajapo Januari hawatakuwa wamerudi chini kidogo, ingawa kuna sherehe hapa na pale, watakuwa wamedumisha kiwango cha elimu ambacho wako nacho. Hilo jingine ni ili kudumisha kiwango hicho, watastahili kufanya kazi za ziada ambazo watazipata moja kwa moja kupitia mtandao wa Kahoot, na wale wengine ambao watapata kazi za ziada za vitabuni. Kwa hivyo tafadhali mtusaidie tuhakikishe kwamba wanafunzi wetu wanafanya kazi hizo za ziada. Za ziada ninamaanisha homework. Ofisi yetu vile vile itakuwa imefunguliwa siku zote isipokuwa pale siku za Krismasi. Kwa hivyo shughuli zozote za shule, iwapo kuna mtu ambaye atahitaji jambo, atatutembelea tu pale ofisini ya Mwalimu Masi na atasaidika. Sitasahau kuwakumbusha kwamba grade ya 6 wanafanya mtihani wao wa kitaifa ambao ni Kenya Primary School ambao unaitwa KPSEA. Unaanza hapo Jumatatu hii na uishe Jumatano. Kwa hivyo nawasihi mzidi kutuombea ama kuwaombea wanasomi wetu ili wafanye vyema katika mtihani huo. La mwisho, tutafungua shule tarehe 24 mwezi Januari mwaka wa 2023.
My name is Victor. I work as a full-time education consultant. I'm also a panel member, KCD, primary school course, languages, and specifically Kiswahili. I'm also a member of Diocese Education Advisory Board, Catholic Diocese of Molanga. And we offer education consultancy even to the Archdiocese of Nairobi, where we are today. I've had the pleasure of training all the teachers in the private schools in the Catholic Archdiocese of Nairobi over the recent past. I want to say I'm very happy and I'm very blessed being here today. One, for the occasion of the graduation ceremony, just being allowed and to encourage these boys and these girls. Two, I want to say this. I've been here, I've been allowed, checking what teachers do here, mostly on regular basis. And I want to really affirm to you that your learners are in safe hands. what is taking place in the school, it is okay, and your learners are being taken through very well. Allow me comment about CBC, because I know as we gather today, so many parents have so many questions and they are looking for answers, more so about CBC. And one thing I would like to assure every parent seated in this tent, it is that the learners who are sitting for the exam next week, these are learners who are in grade 6. Come January 2023, these learners will progress to grade 7. Yule mtoto ambaye ako grade 6 saa hii, akimaliza masomo yake na akimaliza mtihani wake wiki ijayo, sababu huyo mtoto atafanya mtihani wake Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Huyo mtoto akimaliza masomo yake Wednesday, ataenda nyumbani agojee matokeo yatangazwe. Matokeo yakitangazwa January 30th, huyo mtoto ataenda grade 7, sababu tayari amemaliza masomo yake ya grade 6. Kama itakuwa primary sawa, kama itakuwa secondary sawa, kama itakuwa university sawa. Lakini ukweli ni huu, mtoto wa grade 6 January 2023 ataenda grade 7. Kutoka siku ya leo, as the head teacher has mentioned, we are going for a very long break, 2 months. In 2 months, mzazi wa grade 6 ajipange. Ajue ya kwamba kuna Krismasi, kuna shamra za mwaka mpya, but January. Yule mtoto from the grades they are in today, as they report in January, they will progress. They cannot retrogress. Whoever has completed PP2 today, as we come, as they report in January 2023, they will only proceed and get better. So I want to assure every parent, irrespective the way the report will be, one thing we are sure, our learners will only progress to the next grade. Na hata hiyo grade nyingine wataendelea, watasomea tu hapa Kenya, na tumejipanga. As you can see, the school, the Carta Oakhill school, is prepared to receive your learners for grade 7 in January 2023. I want to invite parents, even after this, you can move around and see how prepared they are, so that as you entrust your boy and your girl, at least we will be assured where we are moving on. Today, we are invited here, mostly for the graduation. Number 2, for the junior school open day. Why do we graduate young children? If you look at this learner standing here, if you check on him, he has a cap. If you check his cap, and I want just to take it from his head now. If you check this cap, it has how many corners? Hello? It has how many corners? A compass has 4 cardinal points. All it means is what this learner has gotten, what this learner has learned, it has the capacity to take them northward, southward, eastward, and it means education is power. When you check alongside that, there are some few things. Kuna vitu vimewekwa hapa vya kurebesha. And it means this. As the learner continue acquiring education, they should continue flourishing as they move northward, southward, eastward, and westward. Education is only important if it can help an individual solve a problem in the society. Wewe mzazi wa CBC, CBC iko na CBC inaendelea. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
First, I want to thank each one of you for the journey that we have worked together. I don't know whether I say this. In fact, the director seated here was our first head teacher at Carta Oakhill. Now she's a director of education in Kiabu County. When we opened in 2018, she was the head teacher. So you can see the opportunities that come with partnering with us. The next thing is I want to thank all the parents for the honor and the opportunity you have given us to be with your children. We want to assure you that, as Victor has said, we are working to give you the best that you can get regionally, in this region and in Kenya. And we are very much intent on giving you the best that you can get. The reason as to why we engaged him as an independent consultant who is widely consulted by very many bodies is to give us an assurance. Because from where we sit, we can only get this assurance from an independent person. So he comes here as an independent person, appraises the teacher, gets into the classrooms, looks at the students and compares and contrasts with elsewhere. And so far, he has been telling us that we are doing well, and any improvement that we need to do, he has done it in writing, and we strive to implement it. I stand here to tell you that, like I said 6 months ago, we have made a journey, we have made some steps, which we think we are keeping on improving, and as you can see, we have behind us an intention, a very serious intention. Ensure that when grade 7, wherever it will be, is proceeding, we'll be ready for it. If they say that we continue from next week, we have already complete 4 classrooms ready. If they want a laboratory, we have a laboratory inside here. You can go and see. If they say it is about home workshop, we have 2 workshops ready for use. So we are saying, whichever way it goes, ourselves and our students are ready. In that building, we have downstairs, we have the principal's office, the reception, a very spacious staff room, a very spacious deputy principal's office. We have, for the girls downstairs, we have 2 workshops, mainly because the CBC, the runners will have to take either sciences or arts. So we have 2 workshops which will cater for those who will decide to take the arts route. Then on the first floor, we have, here is the director's office, so that she's able to see what happens on a daily basis, facing the compound and facing the entrance. And then we have the boys' toilets, then we have a laboratory, and then we have 4 classrooms, spacious classrooms on that floor. These are the ones that we are going to work on between now and January. They will be ready for use between now and January. Then up there, we will have 6 classrooms, 3 on either side. Then on the top floor, we'll have a multi-purpose hall and a classroom and a library. On that side, we'll have a library and a classroom. On this side, we'll have a multi-purpose hall and a classroom. In total, we intend to have 12 classrooms, 12 of them spacious, to accommodate about 40 students. And then we will also have a well-furnished library and the other facilities. Beyond that, we are working on a plan to have a state-of-the-art swimming pool, but it will be one of the best around. So we are still not sleeping after this. God willing, we'll have a swimming pool so that our students will benefit all round. So we want to give you this assurance that you have the best. We are ready for whatever challenge that may come. We keep thanking you so that because you have been partnering with us, you have given us a lot of encouragement, a lot of input. This journey has not been our own. We are on a journey, all of us. So it is a journey that I appreciate because it has to be difficult sometimes to be sweet. For it to be sweet, it has to be difficult. And it's the same thing for the graduates and for the runners. Please, let's journey together. Let's work together so that these runners are different from the others. We don't want to give you what you can just get from anywhere else. CBC is all over. We need to give you something more than CBC, something more for your child or your runner than what you can get elsewhere. And we commit ourselves that going forward, like you can see, we have ventured into other areas, extracurricular activities. We represented the region in the nationals during our first attempt. So you can see the journey ahead of us and the challenge we are putting on ourselves. But we bank on your support. We bank on God's grace. So thank you so much, and I wish now to call upon the chief guest, Madam Director Dorcas from the county.
I'm Dorcas Modoni, the Director ICD, Kiambu County Government, and I've been in this career for the last 24 years. I started as a teacher at Makena School, left Makena School, joined a school called St. Mary's Ruaraka School, then later joined Juja Preparatory School, where I raised to the rank of the principal in the school, and later I got my sister Carol when she was opening this school, and I joined her and we started this school together. And it's a joy to be here today, Madam Carol, and see this big crowd here. Because you know we started when we were just, I think, we had 7 by the time we were opening school, and we were sure and certain we were going to open in January. And come January, God gave us more, and I think we were 27. We need to keep track of the environment that we are bringing in for the 9 months. Very important. What is that mother experience like? With all due respect, with parents, I know we have parents here with children who are gifted differently, or if I may say, with special needs. Remember, we never used to see that before. But what is happening today? As much as I want to claim that it is the climate change, we want to claim that it is the medicine, the food we are taking and all that, most of this is brought about by the stress that mothers are going through. And I know I have medics here, and they may agree with me, that the experience of the mother when she's carrying the pregnancy is very important to fathers, and we really need to check on that. And we are reminding all of us, if you're not ready to give birth to that baby, kindly, or to take that baby through the right experiences, kindly don't. Because we're really bringing to this world children who have so many issues. And this is why even we are seeing so many of them can do anything. Why? What was the experience of the child when they are here? You know, they receive what is happening in the environment even when they are not there. So if it's all about quarrels, what is that? When the brain is developing, what is that child picking? The energy that child is picking is the energy of that person who cannot be patient with anything. It's the energy of quarreling and shouting and doing all those things. So you think they will come and change when they come to school, but they cannot do it. So I like reminding parents that what you do, it's like what we call in the engineering world, scaffolding. Before you bring these children to us, you start with that child back at home. You have scaffolded. Nobody can see what you're doing with your own child before they come to school or before you expose them to the society or out there. Whatever experiences that child is having, even after birth to when they come to school, is very important. And remember, I say you scaffold, you bring up that child back at home, and when you now remove unatoa, yenye umekuwa umefunikia ukifanyia pale nyumbani, ukitutolea ukituletea hapa shuleni, there's nothing much these teachers can do about the character of that child that you brought up in the house. There's nothing they are going to do. They're only going to improve and not improve actually, because haezi met na zingine hatuwezi toa sisi kama walimu. Whatever you brought up back at home is what you bring to us and we improve on it. If it's a bad, we improve on it. If it's a good character, we improve on it. So parents, be careful how you are bringing up your children. And by this I mean, as much as you're busy, I'm one of the most busiest people around here, and even most of us are quite busy. But as much as we are busy, kindly find time to be with your child. Because the other issue is, without respect to the house managers in our houses, is that we are divided. I know we have all mixed, but you remember in Kikuyu that we say, and there's a song that was sung, that tukaambiwa, whatever child or whatever kind of person you are bringing up, so parents, can you imagine I'm marrying your child, thinking that I'm marrying a child from you, and what I'm marrying or bringing to my house, ni huyo, the character of the person who brought them up. Which we respect, yes, but remember that's not you. That's not you. That's not your character. Somebody else helped you to bring up a child in their own making. Anatengeneza mtoto wake because that's a house manager. But sio wako, that's not your character. But when they go to the world, who is judged? Who is judged? The parent. Because we all know that is your child. But remember, you're so much absent during the critical years, and these are the critical years, but you're so much absent during the critical years that somebody else helped you to bring up your child in their own making and their own character. Kindly find time to be there. Nothing I want to talk about is about the boy child, without due respect for the boy child in the house. I keep adding parents out of experience because mostly I've been with these children, and being with them for over 20 years, sio kitu kidogo. And mostly I taught this level, and I know what I was brought in class when I was teaching. I was taught all kinds of stories. I was taught everything, and you can imagine how rich I am when we got to the experience of these areas. And fathers, by this I mean, whatever we are bringing up, in that wife and that husband we are bringing up, the husband we are preparing, or the husband that we are, nurturing, is not really the one. Point being and reason being, the fathers are always away. And these boys here, what they can do, they can cook the best meals, they can do the best cleaning, they can do anything else because all they see and the person mentoring them in the house is the mothers. Ni msichana mgani nataka kuletewa mtu mwenye atakuja ampikia, mwoshe vyombo, amfanyie hizo zote? Because they are mentored by the mothers. Wakati kazi yao ni kushika wamama hivi kwa sababu the fathers are always away. What I'm trying to say, I know fathers are busy looking for money to keep the children in school. But kindly imagine us, kindly find time, even if it's on a Sunday. Have one day in a week. Make sure if you're going to the garage, your boy child is with you. At least wajue gari napeleka kwa garage. Now you have vehicles. I know we have a number of fathers and mothers here who can attest to it. You have a vehicle in the house, but your son is not even interested. Hata kujua inaendeshagwa aje. Because you never mentored them. We never went with them for a trip to know gani inaenda kwa hivi, inabatishwa mafuta inafanywa hivi. So fathers, kindly kama ni kwa garage, beba kijana wako from this level. Because you're not going to mentor anybody who is beyond the PP2. The PP2s are done. The rest, utangangana na hali yako. So my point would be, just urging parents, the fathers, kindly be there for your sons. Let us mentor them differently this time round. Because I believe most of us were mentored very well. I think our fathers were more committed than we are. Of course, I know the duties are calling and looking for money and times are hard. But let us just try to create time. Even when you're on leave, even if you don't get the weekends, you're busy. Just take a small leave for 10 days when they are closing school, they have closed school. Make sure you spend that time with them. So that now, you undo what has been done and you keep reminding them who they are and their men. And that way we are going to have a different world. Because some of the things that we are going through in this world or in this country or nation or globally, it is because of the mentorship issues that we have with our young ones. Grade 6 parents, After this, you'll never have any other sitting with your child for more than 2 weeks or 3 months. This is the last. They'll never even have time for you. Actually, you'll be looking for them, and mostly they'll be busy doing other things, especially when they go to high school. And what I'm trying to say is, create memories with your child. Create memories. Keep those lasting memories with your child. What were we doing with my father? What was I doing with my mother? Where was my mother and my daddy taking me? They used to take us out. They used to do this. Create memories when you have time to do it. Create memories when you can do it, parents.
Congratulations, Luchan. Valerie is next. Valerie, thank you. Smile, Nadia. Smile for the camera. Beautiful.
A total of 54 graduates today, and a hand of applause for the graduates. Super wonderful class. PP2 love and PP2 peace. It was a wonderful year. It was a wonderful class. Wonderful teachers. Basically, God has blessed us, and especially after the COVID, which left us all stranded, and you know what would eventually turn into, especially in the academic area, but we are very grateful. Have I not said? Yangu ilikuwa kuwashukuru sana nyinyi wote kwa kuja hapa kwetu Carta Oakhill, and of most importance, I want to promise you that with the launching and opening of the junior secondary school, we are going to have a wonderful institution, of course, calling it the Carta Group of Schools. Carta Group of Schools, yes. We are planning big and better things for you in the coming year, because we want to extend the school. We want to extend even our the extracurricular activities, and as you may all be aware of, we took our music class to the nationals, and we are soaring indeed to greater heights. As you can see, based on our theme today, we in the coming year want to soar in even greater heights in academics, in extracurricular activities, and even all around. We want to be better than we were this year.
Now we are joined by one of the directors at Carta Oakhill, and he's going to take us through what today has been all about. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting us again and again here. Let's start with an introduction, who you are and the role you play at Carta Oakhill.
And thank you. My name is Muigai Ikame. I'm the co-director of Carta Oakhill School. Indeed, I'm happy with the journey that you have walked with yourselves, the 3T TV. It's a journey that started in 2017 November, and you can see we are still together. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So today we had graduates. How many people were graduating before we move on to talking about the junior secondary school?
We had 54 PP2s graduating to grade 1. It's indeed a milestone because during the first graduation, everybody graduated because we didn't have as many students. But you can see now God is very gracious to us. One class only had a total of 54 graduates. Yes.
Now let's talk about the junior secondary school. How ready is Carta Oakhill for that?
Yeah, indeed, we are more than ready because we expect that junior secondary school will be introduced in phases. The whole of the country will only have grade 7, and ourselves we are ready with 4 classrooms ready. We have 2 workshops, we have a laboratory, we have the principal's office, we have special staff room, we have the director's office and the IT room already. Yeah.
Now, it has been a journey, Carta Oakhill. Please take us through the milestones, if you may.
Yes, it has been a journey from 2018 when we had the first class. The idea was mooted in 2017 June when we started from the other campus. We didn't have space. We didn't have enough learners. We had to do marketing door to door. So we started from bare scratch, from 1 plot now to about over 15 plots that have now merged into over 2 acres of space. We had like 20 students, 20 learners during the first year. Now we have over 250 learners. We have now well-trained teachers, facilities. We have transport. We have 2 buses. We have 3 vans. We are all over. We are able to pick learners door to door from all the estates around here. So these are the milestones we have walked from 1 vehicle to 20 students to 5 vehicles to various departments, academic, catering. We have essential services staff, which were not there in the first place. Now we are an institution that encompasses a whole range of services, a whole range of departments. These are indeed milestones that we have walked from the first year to now. Yes.
Awesome. I like your use of the word institution. Now, what I noticed is that you as a director and your co-director, you are very much hands-on. What is the secret behind the success at Carta Oakhill?
Indeed, the secret is God, because when you look at all that we have been able to do, you can see the heart of God in it. But we have also cooperated with God, because even as we pray, we also ask for energy to do what we have been. So God at the center, my co-director and myself are now trying to put 1, 2, 3. The stakeholders, the parents, the neighbors, you can see they are here gracing the occasion because they feel part of this school. So what has taken us this far is the grace of God, the integrating the neighborhood into our projects, our constant communication and discussions on what we need to do, and yes, reaching out to the TV for us to reach out to the outside world. Awesome. Yes, thank you.
Now, there's one last thing I'd like you to comment about. There's a lot of confusion around junior secondary school and CBC. What do you have to say about all that?
You know, sometimes even amidst a storm, you need to be calm, because you not solve anything by getting worried about the storm around you. You try to see what you need to do to calm the storm. So ourselves, we are saying ultimately the grade 6 will have to go to grade 7. So we don't want to know where that will be. we are ready with grade 7 ourselves. Wherever they will be, if it is in the primary school, this is a primary school. If it's a secondary school, this is a junior secondary school. And so we are not going to be engaged into the worries about the storm. We are ready. We are trying to calm the storm by having the grade 7 ready, facilities ready, teachers ready, and yes, we will have contributed as we wait for the outcome of the task force that was given the mandate. But ultimately we know, like many people have voiced their concerns, the grade 7 learners are better placed in primary schools. They are better served at primary school level. That is what I would say.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, and you are most welcome. Okay.
So now I'm joined by another director at Carta Oakhill, who is going to expound more on the junior secondary school. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you so much for finding time to talk to us. Kindly introduce yourself. Let us know the role you play at this school before we move forward.
My name is Caroline Muigai, Director, Carta Oakhill School, and now the junior secondary school, which is under construction, but we are about to finish, and which of course today is also our open day.
Now you've talked about junior secondary school. Please take us through how that journey has been up until now you have a junior secondary school.
For sure it has taken the hand of God, because this is a dream that started way back in 2017, whereby we visualized, or God blessed us with that dream, whereby we thought it was good to bless this community with a school, and we opened our doors in 2018, and up to this time we feel blessed. Last year we felt it was necessary to extend our facilities to accommodate our grade 6 learners who are proceeding to the junior secondary school, and more importantly because we feel that there are gaps that needed to be filled in our community. So we thank God. It's been a journey, and every step at a time, and we feel up to this point we are grateful to God.
So we have learners who are moving on to junior secondary school. How many learners do you have, and what facilities are you offering?
We have 2 classes. Each classroom will accommodate about 40 learners. We are ready for those as we speak in the junior secondary side, whereby we have already structured out the facilities that are required by the ministry. That is the laboratory, a very well equipped modern laboratory. We have 2 workshops ready. We'll have a multipurpose hall, and spacious rooms for the facilitators, that is the teachers, and we're also coming up with a swimming pool soon to also top or to be a cream on the cake.
Let's start with an introduction. Let us know who you are, the role you play at Carta Oakhill, and then let us know why we are here today.
Kwa majina naitwa Joel Mushiri Kariuki, ambaye ndiye mwalimu mkuu katika shule ya Carta Oakhill, na leo tumekuwa na mahafali ya wanafunzi wa chekechea ambao wanahitimu kujiunga na gredi ya kwanza hii leo.
Let's talk a little bit about CBC. There's a lot of confusion going around. What is briefly a comment about CBC?
Mtaala mpya wa CBC ni mzuri, na vile vile licha ya yale ambayo yanaendelea, ukweli ni kwamba mwisho watoto lazima wasome, na mwelekeo utakaotolewa na serikali huo ndio tutakaozingatia, kwa sababu majengo tuko nayo, wasomi tuko nao, walimu tuko nao. Ni kumaanisha shule yetu itayari kupiga hatua yoyote ile ama mwelekeo wote ule ambao serikali itatupatia. Naam.
Sawa, asante sana.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We spent the whole of the better morning today at Carta Oakhill here in Thika, where they had a graduation ceremony, and they were also launching the junior secondary school. They have a premises. You can see from the background here, they have enough facilities for junior secondary school. I have been your host, Juliet Modoni. Until next time, take care.